Hi, Jan here again. Welcome back to my channel, and today I've got an accidental shopping haul for you. As in, I didn't mean to go out and get a load of stuff yesterday. I only popped into Sainsburys to pick up my prescription, and then I thought I'd pick up a couple of bits while I was there. And there are a few bits that they haven't had in for a long time. One of them being these 39p bottles of disinfectant, which haven't seen since the beginning of the pandemic, and they went off the shelves really quickly, and they never seem to get them back in again. So, and we use those out in the garden where the dogs go on the paving slab, so we can scrub it all off. Yeah, so 39p for those. And you may think that if they haven't had them for a while, then it's unfair of me to buy extras, but the fact that I've bought them means it triggers extras to be bought in. So, you know, their computer system will say, oh, they're popular again, we'll order more. Then we've got these bleaches. They seem to have, what's it, Easy Bleach now instead of Sainsbury's Own. And all the bleaches seem to have changed to these dreadful new caps, which I really struggle to open. But I can see a day coming when, if I'm in the house on my own, I'm just going to run out and grab a passing stranger and say, can you just open this for me? Because I can't do it. But there you go. Then we've got tomato ketchup at the back there, the Sainsbury's Own one. A few years ago, I did a taste test between that and Heinz ketchup, thinking, well, you know, he can finish that one off because he hasn't got a sensitive palate as I have. But when we both tried it, we both preferred the Sainsbury's Own to Heinz, so we've stuck with it. So that's not the cheapest one, and it's not the luxury top of their range one, but it's just a Sainsbury's basic one. HP sauce, because you just can't beat it. And the Sainsbury's one was, I've written the prices down on there, I can't read it from here, £1.10 for the bottles of Sainsbury's ketchup, £2.50 for the HP sauce. And the one thing I don't like about HP sauce that I wish they would do is to put them in that kind of bottle so you can store them upside down, so the sauce is all down that end. Hellmann's mayonnaise, because we love it and use it a lot. But having said that I normally pick up when it's on offer at £2. That's now £3. That's a heck of a big rise. So we also got a Sainsbury's Real, which it's a slightly smaller jar. I think that one's I think the Hellmann's is 800. That's I think 500 grams, and that was £1.65. So £1.65 against £3. And then they've got their budget one for 65p. But I thought the thing with this one is, depending on how you're using it, if you add some English mustard or some French mustard even, some peri-peri sauce, you start adding things to it so you don't taste the actual mayonnaise itself. And it's probably going to be every bit as good. So we got a couple of those to see how we get on with them. As you can see, at 65p I paid for that. Then we've got a smooth and a crunchy peanut butter. Neil prefers the crunchy, I prefer the smooth. They're both the same price at £2.40. And Marmite, they had the bigger one back in store, and I always prefer to buy a bigger size. And that one was £4.75. Little packet of rich tea biscuits. They're Sainsbury's Own ones, but they used to do a much cheaper one than this, that I can't remember their own cheapest brand one, but I actually preferred the taste of them to all of the other rich tea biscuits that you can get on the market. But so I'm missing my favourites, but they'll do for a cup of tea. Then jam. We actually, because I buy everything in bulk, it's very rare that I run out of anything, but we did run out of jam. And my favourite is the blackcurrant, which is the Sainsbury's Own at 90p. But Neil puts his on so thick, he has to make do with the Hubbards. But he likes it, so it's no big problem for him. And he prefers to have a cheaper one spread thick than a dearer one not enough. The Hubbards honey, I saw that being so much cheaper than the other honeys. Had a look at the ingredients, and it is still 100% honey. So I thought, well, again, used in cooking, you're not really going to notice it so much. And then lemon curd. 65p. I've been looking for that everywhere for months now. I just had a fancy for lemon curd and just couldn't find it anywhere. Now seeing that back on the shelves made my heart sing. I thought they'd completely stopped making it, which really upset me. Neil likes to drink squash, so he had a bottle of, what's that, lemon squash, and I think that's, I can't read what it says on there, £1, or maybe it was just £1. The dog's Denta sticks, I normally buy them in the 42 pack that cost £10, but they didn't have any of them. That part of the shelf was completely empty. But the two 21 packs are £5 each, so it's exactly the same price. But you have to be careful when you're buying these. They do for small dogs, medium dogs and large dogs, so you've got to make sure you're getting the right ones. And then I also got some of the Sainsburys own, and they love them. Well, my dogs just love treats, so... And by the way, this isn't a case of we just stuff them up on treats all the time. This is a rare thing. It's not an everyday thing. But I just like to have a load in so that if I can't get to the shops, I've got plenty there. Then we've already taken 2 tins out of that. Dog food seemed to be very sparse yesterday. There was no chappy, no pedigree chum. The tripe one I tried them on before and it upset their tummies, so they can't have that one. So this is just the Sainsbury's own. We're just testing to see how their tummies accept it. But that was a pack of 6 for £4.10, and I think that's in gravy. We don't give it to them so much as part of their meal, as just something to make the kibble just a little bit more palatable. So they'll have, you know, just a spoonful each mixed in with their kibble to give them a bit of flavour and make them feel as though they're eating something worthwhile. And the same thing with the Webox. These used to be, I think, 67 or 69. They've changed the packaging on them, but that shouldn't make any difference at all. Just got 2 of those yesterday, because like I say, we weren't supposed to be doing a big shop. Got a big packet of Bonios, which were £3.30. They used to be their going to bed treat, but we got out of habit of doing that years ago, so now they're just an occasional treat. And the little biscuit bones, that's the Sainsbury's own ones, and they were £1.50. I can't see, oh, it's 650 gram on the Sainsbury's, and I can't see what the Purina one is for the Bonios. My daughter, when she was pregnant with my grandson, used to come visiting, and in those days I used to get Bonios from Costco in a huge box, and she used to come round, and the first thing she'd do is go straight to the Bonios and eat them. Strange thing that pregnant women do, isn't it? Now, I don't eat sugar at all, but Neil goes through it, and when I said to him, have you got much left, he hadn't got a clue, so bought the big bag, £3.20. I always like to have a lot of porridge in stock, and that's actually gone up in price. I can't remember what, that's 1.5 kilograms. I've got a feeling that used to be about £1.40, but that's now up to £1.95, which is, it struck me as being very expensive. And then tea bags, £6.30. I have no idea what they used to be. I just can't remember. But I got the tea bags, and I thought I'll also get some of the loose tea, so that if I run out of tea bags, I've always got an emergency supply. And that was £3.20 for the loose tea. It's not as though I haven't got teapots, and that is 250 gram or 8.8 ounces, whereas the tea bags are 160, I think, is in that. I can't read what it says there. I'm struggling to hold my phone that I'm filming on and read the packets at the same time. Now, I've had to go over to Laundry Pods, not because I really wanted to, but the dispenser drawer on my washing machine comes out kind of sideways, and the hinge broke, which means that we can't use the dispenser drawer because it won't go back in properly. So I thought, well, the easiest solution is just to buy the pods and throw them in the bottom of the washing machine, because I'm not buying a new machine just because the drawer broke. And when I tried to look into getting a new drawer, it was just so expensive. I thought, I just can't bear the thought of parting with that amount of money just for a broken drawer when there's nothing wrong with the machine itself at all. And they were £5 for, what's that, 38 washes. It's quite a pleasant smell. I used these last time we got washing powder, so, or washing whatever. So I was quite pleased with those. Good to see the oil section is a bit better stocked this week. So I got the tin of olive oil. I prefer to buy it in the tin because I've, in the past, because I don't have good grip on my hands, I've smashed a glass bottle of olive oil, and you try picking oil and glass up from the floor, because I've got the ceramic tiles on the floor. So then I started buying the plastic bottles, until I found out that the reason that you have a date on the bottle there is not the date when the oil goes off, but it's the date when the plastic starts to leach into the oil. So don't want any of that, and I'll buy it in the tin if I can. Then got to the bread section, and they're reduced. I would have bought a lot more of these. These are just hot dog rolls, down from £1.20 to 50p. Sorry, there's a fly in here if you can hear buzzing. It's being really annoying. But I want to empty out my freezers and defrost them, so I'm not doing a mega freezer shop at the moment. I'm trying to run those down a bit so I can get them a bit more organised and defrosted. But I have been hankering lately for a Cornish pasty, so I've got a pack of 4 Ginsters Cornish pasties. That was £2.75 for 4. And you can freeze them, as you can see on the label there. They're perfectly good to go in the freezer. And then there were a few bits of reduced veg. So I got some corn on the cob for 50p, some organic celery for 49, it was £1, and then some, oh, I hadn't realised the mushrooms were organic either, but what did we pay for those? 55p instead of £1.10. And then these are the bits that we had for our wraps yesterday for lunch. We got some cheddar coleslaw, and then that was, I think that's a caramelised onion hummus. Can't remember what it was, the top of the thing's gone, but it was delicious. And then we had some ham to go with it. So that was pretty much our haul. And now I've put the receipt down. Let me have a look. I mean, it's almost nothing there in terms of food for a week, but that was £94.40. But it does stock up my cupboards a little bit. And, you know, I do like to have plenty in the cupboards. I'm kind of a cross between a hoarder and a prepper. I've been called both. But I've been doing this ever since I've had a home of my own, is it make sure I've got plenty in the cupboards, so that if for any reason I haven't got any money or we can't get to the shops, and it served us very well, both when Neil became too ill to continue working in his full-time job, we've been able to manage quite adequately on the money that we had, on the food that we had in there before we got our finances balanced out again. And also during the pandemic, when, do you remember those dreadful queues around the car park to get into the shop, and then all the shelves stripped bare? Well, the only things that I remember running out of around about that time was Marmite. We did run out of Marmite, and then I had to get some from a warehouse that I'd buy from. I think we may have run out of mayo at some point, sort of well into the pandemic, not initially. But all the staples, normally I've got plenty in the cupboard, so had enough to carry me through. And then normally I just shop for fresh things like milk and bread, although I keep milk and bread in the freezer as well. But anyway, that's my little shopping haul from yesterday. And hope you enjoyed watching. And let me know in the comments what you like to stock up on. Okay, take care. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.